Have you made up your mind yet? We've been on leave for 3 months now.
I'm not going back, Jude.
But we made a promise during the Blitz. We said we'd get back at the bloody Krauts and do our part to end this war. Don't you remember?
That's easy for you to say. You're still a human being. Look at me. I'm a beast.
All right, mate, if that's what you've decided. I know I don't have any special powers myself, but I'm going to continue fighting with the wolf pack.
Yes?
It's me, Lieutenant Miller. I'm coming in. I just spoke with Jude, and he told me about your decision. You really don't want to come back? Not even to say goodbye to Cordelia?
Sir, I really appreciate everything you and the wolf pack have done for me. But how can I lead a normal life with this curse?
I'm sorry that.
It's not your fault, sir. You don't need to apologize.
I'm sorry that we're losing such a fine member. We could use all the able bodies we can get right now. I guess we all have our own paths in life.
I just don't know anymore.
As the Lieutenant Colonel said, only you can make this decision. But running from your problem... You call your powers a curse. Well, Gallant did what he did to save your life. If you'd rather be dead than cursed, at least make your death count for something.
Life's become so complicated since the war started. I wish I knew what to do. Mom, Dad, Alicia, help me!
So, you're leaving for good. You sure you aren't coming back?
Yeah, I'm sure. Sorry, mate.
It won't be the same without you. Since we were kids, you've always been there to keep me in line. Never thought what life would be like without the war. We'd be living happily somewhere. You, me, Alicia.
Jude.
Hey, that just means there's more Krauts for me, right?
I will. And don't go dying on me out there.
Don't worry, we're going to get the needle this time. Before you know it, we'll be kicking Hitler's bloody arse and putting an end to this damn war. All right, I need to get going. It's almost time to report to headquarters.
Alicia, I hope I've made the right decision.
My father was a German, and he wasn't a Nazi. And you don't see me fighting for them, do you? I don't kill innocent people. I'm not a murderer.
So, did you hear about that Special Operations Unit? They're sending them into France to prepare for the invasion. They're gonna drop them right into German territory. Can you believe that?
Really? Behind enemy lines? Huh. That's rough. It's like being given a death sentence or something. I'd say be real lucky if one of them came back alive. What do you think?
No kidding. The guys taking part in those suicide missions, they're either very brave or very stupid.
Look, lad, I know you're confused, but don't lose hope, and don't accept defeat without a fight. Remember why we're doing this. It's not for our country, and it's not for justice. It's for the people we're protecting.
Don't worry, we're going to get the needle this time. Before you know it, we'll be kicking Hitler's bloody arse and putting an end to this damn war.
Jude. Cordelia. What the hell am I doing?
Come in.
Lieutenant Colonel, sir. I've changed my mind. If it's not too late, I'd like to return to the Wolf Pack. If you'll have me, that is.
Our missions will only be getting tougher from now on, lad, and I can't have you endangering the lives of my men and women. This is your last chance to turn back. Are you sure about this?
I am, sir. I'd forgotten the SAS motto, who dares wins, but I see now what's important. It's not about me. It's not about killing the Germans. It's about protecting people.
Very well then, Corporal. Get your gear and return to the unit. You have 1 hour until we begin briefing for our missions in France.
Yes, sir.
Our target is a small town near Calais. Lewis and the SIS have tracked the needle to the home of a Nazi sympathizer located on the outskirts of town. After we've dropped into France, we'll have to travel 5 kilometers on foot. When we reach the town, we'll locate the house and secure the premises. From this point forward, we will be issued holy silver bullets. They'll be more effective against the Blood Clan. That is all. Be ready to leave in 20 minutes. That's the house up ahead, and those are the soldiers guarding it.
What do you want to do, Jim?
We can't squander this opportunity to capture the needle. Let's storm the compound, get what we came for, and pull out quickly. British forces incoming!
Surrounds him! Don't give him an escape route!
Oh no! Here comes a tank!
Lure the tank into the street and fire anti-tank grenades at its...
Got you now.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! I surrender.
Are you the Needle?
Yeah. I'm impressed. You worked your way deep into German-occupied territory. You must be that British Special Forces unit I keep hearing about.
And you're the spy we've been tracking. Tell me what you know about the Allied forces' invasion plans.
I've narrowed it down to late May or early June, somewhere along the coastal region between Normandy and Calais. Sound about right?
Impressive. You've done your job well.
Thank you, but it doesn't matter whether or not I'm captured. The Third Reich cannot be stopped. My countrymen will crush your feeble attempts at an invasion.
Such confidence! But without the exact date and location, I don't see how they'll be able to stop a massive invasion they aren't prepared for.
Your opinion will change in time, girl. Well, it looks like I can relax in a POW camp until the war is over. Shall we be going then?
How is the Sturmbannführer doing?
He's recovering, Herr General. But we can't allow the British to get away with humiliating us and injuring the Sturmbannführer.
I agree. I am putting Alexander's unit under your command for now. You shall assume the prime responsibility of disrupting the enemy's seaborne invasion. I should also like some of your men to assist me suppress the Allied sympathizers here in Berlin.
As you command, sir. When I head to France, I will leave behind some of my most trusted men. Please use them as you see fit.
Excellent. Good luck.